Wheat Chex, Rice Chex, and Good Hot Ralston present Space Patrol! High adventure in the wild, vast reaches of space. Missions of daring in the name of interplanetary justice. Travel into the future with Buzz Corey, Commander-in-Chief of the Space Patrol! In today's transcribed Space Patrol adventure, Buzz and Happy are trying to make their way through a strange valley filled with weird, poisonous plants. Suddenly, Happy trips and falls.
Commander, something's got my foot. It's the vines. They're drawing tight like rope.
They're winding around me, too.
I can't get them untangled.
Maybe we can cut them loose.
Yeah. It's grabbed my arm. I can't move. And the leaves. The leaves have got suckers on them.
Hap, we've got to get loose. These vines are man-eaters.
We'll return in just a moment with today's exciting Space Patrol adventure, The Valley of Dread. Hi, Space Patrollers, you hear that? That's the Martian Mauler, the inter-universal boxing champ from Mars. He's practicing his Sunday punch. Superpower? Man, he's got it. Wow, that's the Terra State All-Star halfback, kicking that ball right over the goalpost of Terra City Stadium. Superpower? He's got it, too. So, gang, to pack a Sunday punch like the Mauler, to kick a ball for extra punch like a football star, it takes lots of training and practicing. But one thing for sure, they both had their bite-sized checks today. Now, how about you? Did you start off your day with a big bowl full of rice checks or wheat checks? Delicious? Mmm. Terrific tasting? You bet. Right down to the very last crisp bite. And no other cereal, flaked or puffed, gives you so much nourishment in such concentrated bite-sized form. Yes, sir, gang. You're right up there on the ball, ready for anything when you start off your day with rice checks or wheat checks. So for a super-powered punch like this, and a super-powered kick like this, start your day the bite-sized Chex way. Rice Chex, wheat Chex. And now, today's Space Patrol adventure, The Valley of Dread. Far out beyond the orbit of Pluto, a giant Space Patrol construction ship hovers in space. Scores of engineers and skilled workmen in spacesuits swarm over a nearby object that appears to be a meteor. As they work with grim haste, a Space Patrol officer inside the construction ship tensely watches a bank of viewscope screens focused in the direction of Planet X, remote planetary stronghold of the ruthless Prince Baccarati. At this moment, Commander Corey and Cadet Happy are aboard the Terra 5, rushing toward the construction ship.
I want to avoid any space-phone contact between us and the construction ship in case Baccarati's monitoring our frequencies. So let's go over each step of our procedure so there won't be any slip-up.
Yes, sir. First, we approach the construction ship on the starboard side, and that's where the dummy meteor is.
Right.
At 3, Tomo light flashes from the construction ship. We leave the Terra 5 in our spacesuit, jetpack to the meteor, and board it. Exactly 15 minutes later, we kick on the rockets in the dummy meteor and head for Planet X.
Check. Now look at this chart of Planet X.
Yes, sir.
Here's our ultimate objective, this warning tower. And here, 200 miles to the south, is where we land.
Too bad we can't plunk the meteor down closer to the tower.
And there's a good reason for that. To get these aerial maps of the region around the tower, we had to send several fake meteors into that region. Baccarati might wonder why meteors had a preference for that particular section of the planet.
Yeah, but none of our meteors landed, sir. They were automatically blown up after they transmitted the viewscope pictures back to the construction ship.
Well, that's right, Happy. Remember this. That tower is going to relay our meteor image to Baccarati's castle on the other side of the planet. Now, what's Baccarati going to think if a meteor suddenly checks its speed and makes a gentle landing?
Oh, I see. Yeah, he'll know there's a spaceship inside the meteor shell.
Exactly. But by landing far away from the tower, we'll be below the horizon, and we can cut on our landing rockets in time to avoid a crash. But with that small amphib tank we'll be carrying in the fake meteor, it won't take us long to reach the tower and put it out of commission.
Then we space it on our ship. They zoom in and rescue those 130 men from Baccarati's work camp east of the tower.
It's our job to put that tower out of business. Otherwise, the rescue ships will be wiped out before they get near Planet X. All right, Happy. Get our spacesuits out of the locker, and we'll be alongside the construction ship in 3 minutes.
Meantime, in his huge, gaudy castle on Planet X, Prince Baccarati paces the floor and berates his chief advisor, Dr. Malengro, whose scientific knowledge is being used by the prince in his attempts to conquer the United Planets.
Just look at these production figures, Malengro. We're 8 spaceships behind schedule. I ordered a speed up, didn't I?
Yes, Your Highness.
If we are going to attack the United Planets, we got to have ships. Isn't that right?
Absolutely, Your Highness.
Then why don't I get ships? Tell me that.
First, illustrious one, there's the shortage of material. We can't make endurium for the ships unless we have Arctite. And as you know, Arctite is very difficult to obtain here.
Excuses. I don't want excuses. I want results. Ships, weapons. I want to drive Commander Corey out of the universe.
If I may remind you, Your Highness, the responsibility for obtaining Arctite is in the hands of Captain Decker.
I'm aware of that. I sent for Decker. He should be here shortly.
But I thought he was supervising operations at the Arctite mines near the Valley of Dread.
I ordered him back to the castle. Yes? Oh, that's you, Decker.
I eagerly await your command, noble prince.
My ship factory is complaining of the shortage of Arctite. That's your responsibility, Captain Decker.
Yes, your highness, but I'm short-handed.
Short-handed? You got 130 men, all trained personnel, plus several hundred natives.
Only half of them are able to work. The climate in that part of the planet is very bad, your highness. Most of the men are down with fever. Suppose we took some other planet studies. The natives are standing up fairly well with a little encouragement from a lash.
Well, then use the lash on the others. Keep driving them.
Yes, your highness. Oh, incidentally, I have an object here that might be of interest to you. One of the natives found it near the mining area.
A piece of rock? Why would I be interested in that?
Obviously, it's only a fragment of a meteor.
That's what I thought at first, till I turned it over. You'll notice that the opposite side is smooth and slightly curved.
It looks like metal. Processed metal.
Exactly. We've noticed a few meteors exploding high in the atmosphere recently. This one apparently was hollow.
Hollow meteor? That's impossible. This is obviously part of a constructed object.
A bomb, perhaps? The Space Patrol may be bombarding your planet, Your Highness.
Why would they bombard that region? I tell you what it is. This is a fragment of a robot spy. Corey's sending instruments into our atmosphere inside fake meteors. He's mapping the planet. Captain Decker, there must be more of these fragments out there.
Possibly, but they'd be very difficult to find.
Well, then send the natives out to search the entire area. Captain, I'm going back to the Arctite mines with you.
Very good, sir. My atmosphere ship is ready.
Malengo, you're in charge here while I'm gone. I'll keep in touch with you.
Very well, Your Highness.
Come on, Decker. I'll show you how to get work out of those loafers of the mine.
Far out in space, an object that appears to be a meteor hurtles in free fall toward Planet X. But beneath the jagged surface of the object is a compact, specially designed spaceship. Cramped in the control compartment, Buzz and Happy watch the round planet loom ever larger. It seems to rush toward them at constantly increasing speed. The two space patrolmen wait tensely, watching the instrument panel as the needle creeps toward a red line on the dial.
A few more seconds, Happy.
Yes, sir. What's that red light that just flashed?
It means that the outer surface of the ship is being heated to incandescence.
Oh, constriction of the air. We're in the atmosphere of Planet X.
Uh-huh. By the time we cut on our retarding rockets, we'll be making quite a flash in the sky. The acceleration will be terrific, Hap. We'll probably black out, but don't worry. The landing will be automatic. Stand by to fire rockets.
Standing by, sir.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Ready. Fire rockets.
They're taking hold.
Looks like we're going to make it. Are you okay, Happy?
Or I will be when my stomach settles back down where it belongs.
Rough.
Well, I'd say it was a gentle landing for a meteor, but a rugged one for a spaceship.
I'll release the aft hatch so we can get the amphib tank in. All right. Let's go back aft and get into the tank.
On through the dark night of Planet X, Commander Corey and Cadet Happy take turns at the controls of the amphib tank, crossing the treacherous terrain of the unknown planet. The aerial maps, pieced together from viewscope pictures flashed by the pseudo-meteor robot spies, are of little help to the ground-crawling tank. Still, mile by mile, Buzz and Happy approach their objective, the tall warning tower that automatically relays viewscope images of trespassers in the sky over this part of Planet X. As the gray dawn grows over the Valley of Dread, an atmosphere ship flies low in ever-widening circles around the Arctrack mines, where men abducted from the United Planets are forced to toil. In the ship are Prince Baccarati and his prison camp commandant, Captain Jecker.
That confounded mist. I can't see a thing down there.
I'll put on the infrared scanner, Your Highness. Is that better?
Yes, but I still can see through that vegetation. Can't you fly lower?
Scan more territory from this height. But actually, I doubt that we can see those men who escaped.
I want them armed and broad-backed.
There were only 3 of them, Your Highness. They can't survive long in the Valley of Dread.
That's exactly why I want them found. We need every able-bodied man we can find. And if they are clever and strong enough to escape, they're strong enough to work in the mine.
Yes, Your Highness.
I'm holding you personally responsible for their escape. If another such incident occurs...
Excuse me, sir. But I saw something move over there on the ridge.
On the ridge? Why, that's miles from the camp. They couldn't get that far in a single night.
Your Highness. A large animal looks. No, it's a vehicle, a tank.
You're right. Someone has landed on the planet.
I don't see how that's possible. The warning system would have detected any spaceship.
You believe your own eyes, don't you? There is a tank down there, isn't there?
Yes, Your Highness.
It's an invader, and it must be destroyed. Captain, are there bombs aboard the ship?
Yes, sir. 3 small cosmic torpedoes.
Then use them. Destroy that tank.
It isn't much farther, Commander. I can see the warning tower from here.
The first chance we get, work down into the valley. One of the low probe beams from that tower might pick up a moving object as large as this tank.
Yes. We'll have to keep on the ridge for another quarter of a mile, Commander. We'll drop a few feet along here for a safe descent.
Yeah, that's right, Hap.
Hey, the ridge blew up right in front of us.
Keep going, but dodge that crater.
Yes, sir.
There's an atmosphere ship right over us.
One of Baccarati of all the rotten luck. Wow. That was close.
Hold it, Hap. Hold it on the ridge. You're slipping over the edge.
The dirt's giving away from under us, Commander. I can't control it. We're going over.
They'll never get out of that tank alive. Excellent, Captain, excellent. And if the crash doesn't finish them, we can count on some able assistance from whom, Your Highness? The creatures that inhabit the Valley of Dread.
We'll return to Space Patrol in just a moment. Gang, here's a report on America's ready-for-anything jet plane, the most heavily armed fighter interceptor in the U.S., the Air Force Scorpion F-89D, produced by Northrop Aircraft, Hawthorne, California. And in just one moment, you'll hear from Bob Love, test pilot on the Scorpion. Hear that? That's music to Bob Love. It's the roar of the Scorpion as he prepares to take it up. He snaps a salute from the cockpit. And now Bob is set once again to face the hazards of his tough and exacting job in the sky. The Scorpion takes to the air like magic. It's a giant ship, a monster bird of the sky, weighing 20 tons, with a length of 53 feet, a wingspan of 56. And what a fighter! Giant pods on the wingtips carry a terrific barrage of rocket firepower. Speed of the Scorpion, over 600 miles per hour. Gang, I wish you were here to see how Bob Love strides across the airfield after a grueling test flight. And just a short rest in the ready room, and he's all set to go up again. Now, for someone who depends on so much energy, it's no surprise to find that Bob Love is a Rice Checks and Wheat Checks man. Here's what he has to say about it.
You know, a fella has to be in top condition to test fly a fast aircraft such as the Scorpion. And that's why I always make it a rule sleep well, and eat well. So, for breakfast, I pick a cereal like Rice Chex or Wheat Chex. They're chock full of energy and really taste good. You'll like them.
Gang, pick your cereals the way Bob Love and countless other rugged test pilots do. Pick a cereal loaded with energy, loaded with flavor. Rice Chex, Wheat Chex. No other cereal, puffed or flaked, contains so much nourishment in such concentrated bite-sized form. And now, back to our Space Patrol adventure, the Valley of Dread. A system of warning towers on Planet X enables Prince Baccarati to detect the approach of spaceships. However, Commander Corey and Cadet Happy succeeded in landing on the planet without detection through a dangerous space flight in a ship designed to simulate a meteor. Boarding an amphib tank carried in the ship, they headed for the warning tower to destroy it. But Baccarati, in an atmosphere ship searching for escaped prisoners, saw the tank and ordered his assistant, Captain Jecker, to bomb it. A blast toppled the tank off a ridge and down a steep mountain into the Valley of Dread. Now, bruised and battered, Buzz and Happy are forcing their way out of the wrecked tank.
Any bones broken, Hap?
No, sir. How about you?
I'm able to move around. It was more than I can say for our tank. This will set our schedule back several hours, Hap. It's going to take us quite a while to reach that warning tower on foot.
Well, what's the shortest way? I'm sort of turned around after that spill down the mountain.
Across the valley. By the looks of it, it's going to be rough going.
Yeah.
Bring your Atomo light and a miniature spaceophone.
Yeah, I've got them in my belt, sir. Here's your ray gun, Commander.
Yeah.
Say, how about this shock rifle? The 10 kilovolt job. It's pretty heavy for a long pipe.
What were you saying, Hap?
I guess the shock rifle isn't so heavy after all.
Bring it. Let's get through this valley while it's still daylight, if we can.
Meantime, in Captain Checker's office of the Arctite mine, Prince Baccarati sits at the spaceophone talking to Dr. Malengro back at Baccarati's castle on the other side of Planet X.
I don't want any guesswork, Malengro. Are you sure there was a man on duty at the viewscope every second?
I'm positive, Your Highness. There have been no spaceships sighted anywhere near the plant. All the warning towers are working perfectly.
Then that tank Jecker and I destroyed must have come from one of the factories on the other side of the planet. Check immediately and see if a tank is missing.
Yes, Your Highness.
And order all the guards to watch for attempted breaks. We've lost 3 prisoners here at the mine.
Most regrettable, Your Highness.
Jecker just came in. I've got to talk to him. I'll contact you later, Malengo. Now, Captain, what is it?
Your Highness, my men have captured one of the prisoners.
One of the prisoners. There were 3.
The other 2 are still missing. But we'll get them, sir.
Yeah. And the man who was captured, is he back on the job?
He's unable to work. He's very sick.
He's paying you for fools. Take me to this man. I'll make him glad to go back to work.
Buzz and Happy make their way across the Valley of Dread, hacking their way through tangled vines, brushing against plants whose spore pods burst, filling the air with a choking, evil-smelling dust. But still they press on toward the tower that must be destroyed if Space Patrol ships are to land on Planet X.
I don't want to spend the night in this valley, so I'll have to put on some extra effort.
Suits me. Uh-oh. Is that a hallucination? Or is it an animal?
If we both see it, it's no hallucination. Stand perfectly still.
Where did it come from? What is it?
Whatever it is, it could swallow both of us in one mouthful.
Jaws like an alligator and a body like a tiger.
Give the shock rifle, Hap. I think it's going to charge.
Yes, sir. Here he comes. You hit him, sir.
Keep out of his way. I'll give another blast.
Wow. What a monster. And am I glad we brought that shock rifle.
Let's hope he doesn't have any relatives in the neighborhood. Let's get going, Happy.
Commander,
Yes, Hap.
how much farther do we have to go?
I think we're nearly out of the valley. I can get an occasional glimpse of the tower up on top of a peak. If we keep going, we can at least get to the base of the mountain before it really gets dark.
Yeah. Now, we can make it.
Hap, what's the matter?
Tripped over a vine.
Here, let me help you out.
If I could just rest for a minute, sir.
I know how you feel, Hap, but if we stop now, neither of us will have the energy to get going again.
Yes, sir. Hey, something's got my foot, sir. The vines. Hey, Commander, they're drawing tight, like ropes.
They're winding around me, too.
I can't get them untangled.
Maybe we can cut them loose.
Yeah. Commander, grab my arm. The vine is winding around my arm.
Hap, these vines are man-eaters.
The harder I pull, the tighter they get.
You've come through vines like this all afternoon. They never grabbed us. It's so dark now, I can't see to get you loose. Wait till I get my atomo light.
Commander, they're winding around you, too. Watch out for those leaves. They've got suckers on them.
We've got to work fast. Now, let's see how that vine has got you trapped.
It's relaxing now, sir. It's loosening its hold.
I can see now. The leaves are shriveling up in the light. The light. That's what's doing it.
Hey, my legs are free.
These plants are active at night. The light makes them dormant. See, they're letting go of me now when I turn the light on.
Smoking rockets, that's right.
Use your atomo light, too, Hap. The beams will clear a path for us.
Hey, it works, sir. They're drawing back and going limp.
If we keep up this pace, we'll be out of the valley in an hour.
Hours later, at the Arctite mine headquarters, Prince Baccarati is aroused from sleep by the persistent warning signal from the spaceophone receiver. Stumbling to the transmitter, he irritably turns it on, scowling at the still sleeping Captain Jecker.
This is Dr. Malenko.
Yes, Malengo, I know. What is it?
The warning tower near the mine, it's dead.
Dead? What do you mean, dead?
Something must have gone wrong. It's not sending out any signals. No, all clear, nothing.
What? How about the other tower?
Everything's all right with the towers on this side of the planet?
All right, Malengo. I'll send a crew over to check the trouble. The escaped prisoners.
I beg your pardon, Your Highness.
Those men that got away, they made it to the tower. And there's a spaceophone there.
But, Your Highness, it's not powerful enough to reach any of the United Planets.
I know that, but perhaps they don't know it. They'll keep sending messages. Jecker and I can sneak up on them and grab them before they know what's happening. Jecker, wake up. Get to your ship. We're blasting off for the warning tower. I found your escaped prisoner.
And at the base of the tall warning tower, Buzz and Happy look down at the morning mists that swirl across the Valley of Dread. Occasionally, they glance up at the sky, peering expectantly for the Space Patrol ships they hope will soon be landing on Planet X.
Couldn't they be here by now, sir?
Very soon, Happy, if they heard our signal.
Maybe we ought to send it again, just in case.
No. By now, Baccarati must know that the tower's out of commission. He probably figures it's a mechanical failure. If he hears any strange signal, he'll know he can expect an attack.
Yeah, that's right. And our code signal was so brief that Prince's men couldn't have heard it unless they were waiting for it.
Yes, and remember, our men were waiting for it. Weak as it was strong enough to reach the construction ship and the patrol squadron.
Yeah. Commander, I hear a spaceship. They're coming.
It's not a spaceship, Happy. It's an atmosphere ship. It's coming toward the tower, not the mining camp.
Hey, that's right.
Probably a repair crew sent by Baccarati. Keep back out of sight.
I just can't figure it out, Captain. Those prisoners made no attempt to contact the Space Patrol.
Well, maybe it was just a mechanical failure after all.
Perhaps. We'll be careful. The entrance to the tower is right around the corner.
All right, Happy.
Your Highness, watch out!
Hold it, Baccarati. Get the other one, Hap. All right, stop struggling, Baccarati, or you'll have a mighty sore arm.
Stop it, Corey.
I've got the other one, Commander.
This isn't going to do you any good, Corey. You can't get off this planet without one of my ships, and my men can keep yours from landing.
Then they'd better get busy. Hear that, Baccarati?
Spaceship.
Right. A Space Patrol squadron. They're going to pick up those 130 men you've been holding prisoner out here.
My gourds will never let you take them. Your Space Patrol men can't attack without endangering the prisoners.
He's right, sir.
It's a risk we had to take, Happy. We counted on the suddenness of the attack to overcome resistance.
I got 6 men guarding that camp. Your attack isn't going to accomplish a thing, Corey.
Just to make sure, Baccarati, call the camp and order your men to surrender. Use this miniature spaceophone. Tell them you're captured.
All right, Commander.
Go ahead, Baccarati. It's on.
Prince Baccarati calling Arctite Mine Headquarters. Prince Baccarati to Arctite Mine Headquarters. Come in quickly.
Mine headquarters. Go ahead, Your Highness.
Listen carefully. This is important. I have been captured by Commander Corey. Tell the rest of the guards to destroy all the prisoners immediately.
Give me that spaceophone.
Those are my terms, Corey. my freedom or those captives will be destroyed. Guard, do you hear that?
Yeah, I hear it, but I'm not a guard.
Then who are you? Answer me. Who are you?
Ed Benton, one of your ex-prisoners. You overpowered all your guards when we heard the Space Patrol ships.
Benton, this is Commander Corey. Nice work.
Thanks, Commander. Same to you.
You'll have all you men on the way home in a few minutes. Corey out. All right, Baccarati, let's go. Take charge of his pal.
Yes, sir. Oh, Baccarati, since you won't be needing your castle anymore, I've got an idea. Why don't you donate it as a home for wayward bats?
A preview of next week's exciting Space Patrol adventure in just a moment. Say, Space Patrollers, listen to what happened the day Jimmy Brown skipped his power breakfast. Right away, things started looking mighty black. Everything in the universe went wrong. At school, at home, at play. And because Jimmy was so gloomy, Jimmy's dog felt gloomy, too. Yes, but listen now to what happened when Jimmy started his day with a big, bite-sized Chex breakfast. A bowl full of rice Chex. And to make up for the other day, a bowl of wheat Chex, too. Right away, things started looking bright. Yes, sir, Jimmy had a swell day at home, at school, at play. And listen to Jimmy's dog. He's no gloom dog now. So, you see, Space Patrollers, the way you start off in the morning can set the pace for the rest of your day. That's why it's so important to get a good power breakfast. That means a bowl full of those checkerboard super cereals, rice Chex, or wheat Chex. Delicious? You bet. Crisp down to the very last bite. And no other cereal, flaked or puffed, gives you so much nourishment in such concentrated bite-sized form. So, tomorrow and every morning, start off chock full of energy and ready for anything. Power up with the Space Patrol cereals, rice Chex, or wheat Chex. And now, a preview of next week's exciting Space Patrol adventure. Buzz and Happy are bound securely in a robot ship headed toward Terra and controlled by Prince Baccarati from his castle on Planet X.
I can't move, sir. Even without that paralyzer ray, the straps would hold it.
Keep struggling, Happy.
Pluto Defense Squadron 12, Space Patrol to Private Cruiser NPC 307, Neptune Registry, acknowledge.
That's us. He's calling this ship?
We have information that Prince Baccarati is aboard. Surrender immediately.
I can only get loose to reach that spacer phone.
Major Ryan to Baccarati. Acknowledge or we'll fire.
If we could only let him know that we're aboard.
Keep fighting, Hap.
Hey, they're firing at us.
Be sure to join us next week for the thrilling story, Escape from Planet X, when wheat Chex, rice Chex, and good hot Ralston again present Space Patrol. Space Patrol, created by Mike Moser, starring Ed Kemmer as Commander Corey and Glenn Osborne as Cadet Happy, was written by Lou Houston, produced and directed by Larry Robertson, executive producer Mike Devery. Other players were Ken Mayer, Bela Kovach, and Norman Jolly. Dick Tufeld speaking. Now, don't forget to tune in next Saturday and every Saturday when wheat Chex, rice Chex, and good hot Ralston again present Space Patrol. And be sure to see another exciting Space Patrol story on your local ABC television station. Consult your local paper for time and channel. This program is broadcast to our armed forces overseas through the worldwide facilities of the Armed Forces Radio Service. Space Patrol came to you transcribed from Hollywood. This is ABC Radio Network. Wheat Chex, rice Chex, and good hot Ralston present Space Patrol! High adventure in the wild, vast reaches of space. Missions of daring in the name of interplanetary justice. Travel into the future with Buzz Corey, Commander-in-Chief of the Space Patrol. In today's transcribed Space Patrol adventure, Buzz and Happy are bound securely in a robot ship headed toward Terra and controlled by Prince Baccarati from his castle on Planet X.
I can't move, sir. Even without that paralyzer ray, the straps would hold us.
Keep struggling, Happy.
Pluto Defense Squadron 12, Space Patrol to Private Cruiser NPC 307, Neptune Registry. Acknowledge.
He's calling this ship?
We have information that Prince Baccarati is aboard. Surrender immediately.
If I can only get loose and reach that spacer phone.
Major Roberts is the Baccarati. Acknowledge or we'll fire.
If we could only let him know that we're aboard. Keep fighting, Hap. Hey, they're firing at us.
We'll return in just a moment with today's exciting Space Patrol adventure, Escape from Planet X. All right, step right up, test your strength, test your swing, ring the bell, and win a prize. Hi, gang, this is Captain Dick Tufeld.
And Space Patroller Bill O'Connell.
We're having a whale of a time today at the Terra State Fair. My pal here says he's going to ring that bell and win the prize.
You bet I am, Captain Tufeld.
All right, there he goes. He's raising the mallet over his head. Up it goes. Down it comes. Man, oh man, oh man. Just listen to that bell ring. What power and strength. Hey, Space Patroller, how'd you get all that get up and go?
Supercharged, that's me. I had my bite-sized checks today.
Now, Space Patrollers, how about you? Did you start off this morning with a big bowl full of rice checks or wheat checks? Those super cereals that help to supercharge you? Bite-sized wheat checks. Rich, hearty shredded wheat. Chock full of flavor, minerals, and energy vitamins. Yes, and no other cereal, flaked or puffed, contains so much nourishment in such concentrated bite-sized form. That's why Commander Corey made rice checks and wheat checks official cereals of the Space Patrol. So, gang, tomorrow morning and every morning, be a real Space Patroller. Power up with an energy-packed bowl full of rice checks and wheat checks. And now, today's Space Patrol adventure, Escape from Planet X. The power-mad Prince Baccarati is now in the hands of Commander Corey. The man who sought to overthrow the United Planet is a captive on the remote Planet X, in the very prison camp where he had forced 130 abducted men into slave labor in the Arctite mines. While Cadet Happy assists Space Patrol officers preparing to evacuate Baccarati's former captives to their home planets, Commander Corey questions the self-styled prince in the labor camp office shack.
You might as well tell the truth, Baccarati. How many United Planet citizens are you holding in other parts of Planet X?
Surely, Commander. You know how many men and women are missing from the solar system?
Yes, but I want to know how many are on this planet right now. I want them all released.
Look, Corey, you have only 2 spaceships here. In less than an hour, Malengro will have alerted a squadron of my ships at the castle. They can easily prevent you from blasting off.
Your men aren't going to risk destroying you. And Malengro knows that you're in custody.
Remember, my forces are still in control at Planet X. You and your men will never leave here unless you release me.
The only thing delaying our blast off is the last-minute search for those 2 men who escaped from your prison camp just before our ships arrived. The minute they're rescued, I'm giving the order to blast off, and you're coming with us.
And they won't be found so easily, Corey. A lot could happen to them in the Valley of Dread.
Whether we find them dead or alive, they'll still be witnesses against you.
Excuse me, Commander.
Yes, Hap, what is it?
Those 2 men who escaped have been found, sir.
Are they all right?
It's pretty fair, sir. They recognized our Space Patrol ships and came back to camp under their own power.
Good. And that accounts for all of Baccarati's captives, all 130 of them.
Yes, sir, except that the last tally shows 131.
Well, that's one more than we're supposed to have.
Space Sergeant Deckins is sure the count is correct, sir.
Well, I'll check on it later. How's the evacuation proceeding?
Well, very good, sir. Most of the sick men are aboard ship number 1, and Baccarati's guards are locked up in number 2.
I'll order a complete search of the camp to see that none of Baccarati's men are hiding. And we'll put Baccarati aboard and blast off with Terra. Meanwhile, we'll just lock his highness in this room so he won't be disturbed.
Both ships are loaded, Commander.
Oh, fine, Happy. We can blast off as soon as we put Baccarati aboard.
I'll sure be glad to get off this planet. It's ugly enough ordinarily, but look at those clouds.
Storm is moving in from the east. Well, we'll be gone in 5 minutes. When we get Baccarati on Terra, we can give him a brainograph test. We might find a weak point in his defenses at the castle. And at the same time, how many prisoners he has in Planet X.
Well, a couple of the older men don't agree with that last tally, sir. They said they privately kept tab on their fellow prisoners, and, there were just 130.
Sergeant Deckins is very reliable. If he counted 131, there must be 100. Happy, come on, hurry.
Oh, what is it, sir?
Get to the office building quickly. It just occurred to me where that extra man came from.
Commander, look.
I was afraid of that. The door's been forced open.
Oh, oxygen rockets. Baccarati's gone. How did he get out of that room?
Look at the lock. It's smashed from this side.
Yeah, but who
That
could have...
extra man. One of Baccarati's guards managed to slip in with the evacuees.
He must be somewhere in the camp. If we hurry, we can catch him.
Into the yard, quickly.
There's Baccarati's atmosphere ship. Maybe they headed for that.
I don't think so. He knows it's the first place we've looked. We'll never be able to blast off with our ships here.
Oh, then they must be outside the camp, heading toward the mountains. With a dozen men from our ships, we could overtake them.
Now, the important thing right now is to get these ships off Planet X before Baccarati's outlaws show up.
I hate to let him go when we finally had our hands on
I
him.
know how you feel, Happy, but the ships are in real danger now. Chances are Baccarati had the foresight to grab a miniature spacephone when he got loose. He can tip off Malengro that he's no longer a prisoner.
Yeah, and the whole squadron can tear after our ships without worrying about hurting Baccarati.
I'm giving the order for our ship to blast off immediately. You and I'll stay here on Planet X and search for Baccarati.
A few moments later, two men scramble through the thick brush on the steep side of a mountain near the prison camp. One of the men is in the ragged, faded red uniform of the prison workers. The other is Prince Baccarati, his gaudy tunic torn by the brambles.
All right, Orca. Let's stop.
Suits me. I'm winded.
We'll rest a minute while I contact Malengo. Then we'll move on. Send me that miniature space affair.
Yes, Your Highness.
Oh, by the way, that was very clever of you, Orca, mingling with the prisoners in the hospital shed. You will be rewarded when we return to the castle.
Thank you, Your Highness. What's that?
That was one of Corey's ship blasting off. I suppose he decided not to risk losing both ships by keeping them here while he looked for me.
Yeah. There goes another one.
I might have known it.
Known what?
That Corey would think of the safety of his man. Yes, and perhaps of his own safety, too. He knows he couldn't fight off my ship, so he blasted off.
Yes, but he'll be back.
We'll be ready for him when he returns. We'll have that warning tower back in operation, and if a space patrol ship comes within 1,000,000 deals of this planet, we'll blast it to atoms.
Your Highness, how are your men going to find us in this storm?
Before we gone, we can go back to the prison camp. My atmosphere ship is there.
Yes, but Corey probably put it out of commission before he blasted off.
Probably. But at least we'll be out of the storm. Come on, Olcott. Let's head down the mountain.
As the storm builds in violence, Buzz and Happy stand in the darkened office shack, looking out the window towards Baccarati's small, sleek atmosphere ship. An occasional flash of lightning brings every inch of the prison yard into full brilliance.
The ship's got away all right.
Well, they must have, Happy. There's no way Malengo could have detected them on this side of the planet. All right, let's go. Run for the ship.
Yes, sir. Wow, what a blast.
It's a regular hurricane. Keep your head down. Buck the wind. Up the ladder into the ship. Close it, Happy.
There's a light switch. Oh, I got it. Only for a minute there, I thought the wind was going to blow me clear out of the stockade. Planet X. Even the weather's terrible.
Yeah, it's a break for us. We can circle over this whole area without being seen or heard. And when Baccarati signals to his ship, we'll know where he is.
Hey, can we fight off a whole fleet of Baccarati ships in this little atmosphere job?
We won't have to, Hack. Chances are only one of the ships will land to pick up Baccarati. They won't be expecting any company.
Yeah, and the fact that this is Baccarati's own ship is going to throw them off guard when they do see it.
We're going to have to work fast and hope that our luck goes out. All right, Hack, let's get this ship airborne.
Yes, sir.
Stay right where you are, gentlemen. I got a flux gun on you. Get your hands up, Corey. Orca, take their weapons.
Yes, Your Highness. Well, Baccarati and the missing guard.
Get the guard, Hap.
Corey! I warned you! I got Corey, Orca. Break away from the cadet. Sure. Oh.
That sure sent him spinning, Your Highness.
Drag them back aft and lug them out. I'll notify Malengro to prepare a cell for them in the dungeon of my castle.
We'll return to Space Patrol in just a moment. This is Dick Shufeld speaking from Edwards Air Force Base, Muroc, California. I've got an interesting story for you this morning about one of the most unusual-looking planes in the sky today, the XF-92A, designed by Convair Aircraft, San Diego. Now, in just a second, I'm going to introduce you to the Air Force test pilot on that plane, Major Chuck Yeager, the first man to fly faster than the speed of sound. He's standing beside me right now. But first, I'd like to tell you a few things about the XF-92A. It looks exactly like a triangle. It's often called the flying triangle. Wings are swept back at a severe angle, 60 degrees. Now, top speed of this Air Force interceptor is about 700 miles an hour. Surface ceiling is over 45,000 feet. You know, it takes some doing to test fly a ship like that. You need energy and plenty of it. And to face the risk involved, you need steady nerves. Now let's hear what a real test pilot has to say about it. Meet Chuck Yeager.
Let me tell you what it takes to be a test pilot. To start with, I have to be in good condition. That means get plenty of rest, plenty of exercise, good food at every meal. For breakfast, I like a cereal that really tastes good and has plenty of energy.
You like Rice Chex and Wheat Chex, eh, Chuck? Well, no other cereal, puffed or flaked, contains so much nourishment in such concentrated bite-sized form. So, gang, do as famous test pilots do. Pick your cereal for flavor and energy. Today, get Rice Chex and Wheat Chex. And now back to Escape from Planet X. Believing that Prince Baccarati was hiding in the mountains near his slave labor camp, Commander Corey and Cadet Happy boarded Baccarati's atmosphere ship. Buzz had counted on the violent storm raging in this part of Planet X to conceal the ship and enable them to recapture the crafty prince. But Baccarati and his guard had returned to the camp, thinking Buzz had left with the evacuees and the space patrol ships. Just as Buzz and Happy were about to blast off, Baccarati and his guard stepped out and overpowered the two space patrolmen with a flux gun. Right now, Buzz and Happy are in a cell in the dungeon of Baccarati's castle on the opposite side of Planet X. The prince taunts them through the bars.
Ah, the great Commander Corey. Oh, I hate to tear myself away.
Don't let us detain you, Baccarati.
Oh, you're very kind. Perhaps you'd like to know where I am going. I am going to Terra. I'll go in ordinary clothes as a businessman from Neptune. I'll arrive in a private cruiser with a Neptune registry.
Aren't you afraid your noble bearing will give you away?
Not at all, Commander. The Space Patrol is certain that I'm here on Planet X, trying to avoid being captured by you. They will be making plans to sneak back here and get you off the planet. The last thing they would suspect is that Prince Baccarati would dare to show up in the capital of the United Planets.
Well, you may have a point there.
Yeah, and I have agents on Terra and on the other planet. All the time they're working on my plans to overthrow the government, preparing the way for my return to the solar system as a supreme ruler.
Oh?
You didn't know that, did you, Commander? About my agent.
I suspected it.
I think this is the time to confer with them and to make arrangements for certain materials and supplies to be brought here to Planet X.
Oh.
I see that you figure out the captured district.
What makes you so sure you won't?
Because you are here in my castle as a hostage. In case I am caught, your safety will be the terms of my release. Well, goodbye, Commander.
Imagine that. Agents, I tell you. And the Space Patrol hasn't the faintest idea who they are.
Oh, can Baccarati get away with it? Go to Terra?
He's bold enough. I didn't expect it.
And here we are, locked up in this dungeon.
Pat, yes, sir? Something shiny out there on the corridor. See it through the bar?
Oh, yes, ma'am. It looks like a key.
Thought I heard him tell the tent just as Baccarati walked around.
But if we could reach that key,
So no one's watching him.
Just gotta reach. God, it might as well be back on Baccarati's belt.
Hey, wait a minute. Take off your belt, quickly.
Yes, sir.
Put the buckle out there toward the key. Maybe you could hook it and drag it over to the door.
All right, sir. Here it goes.
Be careful. Don't knock it farther away.
Over the key, sir.
Pull it slowly.
It's coming.
There. Now I can get it with my hand. Here you are, sir.
Well, let's hope it's the right key. I can reach around to the lock. It's hard to turn. I can't get any leverage. Yeah, that did it.
We're free.
We're still in the castle. Our best bet is to try to locate a space patrol and tip off the space patrol that Baccarati's on his way. Come on.
Cautiously, Buzz and Happy make their way down the dungeon corridor. Two guards, joking together at a turn in the passage, fail to notice the two space patrolmen as they creep up the stairs to the next level. Carefully, Buzz tries door after door. Then, finally, he finds what he's searching for, a storeroom full of electronics equipment. Swiftly, with Happy's aid, the commander adjusts the dials of a spaceophone to the secret Space Patrol frequency, and turns on the transmitter.
If it's set reaches as far as the space station outside the Pluto orbit, we're in luck. Emergency. Commander Corey on Planet X, calling all Space Patrol units. Corey to all Space Patrol units. Emergency.
Space Station 3, Pluto orbit, Commander Corey. Your signal's very weak, Commander.
Now listen carefully. I can't repeat this message. Prince Baccarati is preparing to fly to Terra in a private space cruiser of Neptune Registry. He will pose as a legitimate businessman. Alert all units to intercept him outside the perimeter of his Planet X defenses. Take him alive if possible. Hurry out.
We shouldn't have any trouble picking up Baccarati.
No, there won't be any other ships coming from the direction of Planet X. Now, half our next problem is to get back to our cell without being seen.
Back to the cell?
Yes. Baccarati mustn't know that we've had a chance to tip off the space patrol. Easy now,
They carefully retrace their steps, and at last reach the dungeon level under the castle. A moment later, they're in the cell with the door locked.
We'll hide the key somewhere in the cell, Happy, in case we need to use it again.
Yes, sir.
I made it just in time. Somebody came. They're looking for his car.
I got good news for you, gentlemen.
I know. You got a toothache.
That was unkind, Cadet. You should be grateful to me. Come on, you're leaving Planet X.
We are? Where are you taking us?
I am putting you in a robot ship and sending you toward Terra.
Well, at last you're showing some sense, Baccarati.
Yes, I know. Oh, incidentally, you can keep that key you found on the floor. As you see, I have a duplicate.
Key?
Yes, the key with which you unlocked your cell. By the way, I overheard your conversation on the space station, the Space Patrol. You found the equipment sooner than I expected.
So you planted the key there, dropped it on purpose.
That's right. Just far enough out of reach to look accidental, but near enough so that you would use your famous ingenuity and recover it.
I don't get it. So why would you want us to tip off the Space Patrol about your trip to Terra?
Because Baccarati had no intention of going to Terra.
That's right, Commander. It's too bad you didn't figure that out sooner. When the Space Patrol challenges a certain private cruiser with Neptune Registry and receives no answer, they will start firing on it. You will be helpless, unable to call up your men. And in their eagerness to get Prince Baccarati, the Space Patrol will destroy their own Commander-in-Chief.
A few moments later, Buzz and Happy are strapped securely in the control cabin of the robot space cruiser. As an added precaution, Prince Baccarati gives them each a blast with a paralyzer ray, then returns to the tower of his castle to regulate the remote control equipment of the robot ship.
Can you talk?
I can't move. Even without that paralyzer ray, these straps will hold us.
Baccarati sure isn't taking any chances.
Here we go. Blasting the ship off by remote control from the castle.
Are you comfortable, gentlemen? Oh, don't bother to answer because I can't hear you. It's fortunate. I don't think your remarks would be complimentary.
Yeah, he's right, Mr. Rat.
I'll give you something to think about, Commander, on your final journey. Shortly after your space patrol men blast to the bits, there will be another tragedy in in another part of space.
What are you talking about, White?
The Space Patrol base on planet Neptune will be destroyed by another robot ship, loaded with high explosives.
You wouldn't do that.
The robot will appear to be an innocent supply ship, with you out of the way, Commander, and the Neptune base destroyed. I'll have taken the first major step in my plan to rule the solar system. Goodbye, Commander. On we are.
Commander, you can't be serious.
I'm afraid he is.
Yeah, but what good would it do him to wipe out the Neptune base?
Baccarati's no ordinary criminal, Hap. Remember, Neptune is Baccarati's home planet, the one his family ruled for centuries.
Yeah, till the people booted them out and joined the United Planet.
In Baccarati's warped mind, Neptune is his personal property. Destroying our space patrol installation there would delight his ego.
Yeah, but it would make everybody in the United Planet so mad they'd insist on wiping out Baccarati's Planet X.
With his defenses, that's impossible at present. You have the people of 10 planets full of helpless fear and panic. That's Baccarati's greatest weapon. Fear would force millions of people to surrender to save their lives and their homes.
There's nothing we can do about it. Can't even move. Where are we now, Commander?
I can't tell from here, but we should be well outside the Planet X defense warning system.
I think the paralyzer rays are beginning to wear off. I can move my fingers a little.
We'll have to do better than that, Hap.
Lunar Defense Squadron, 12 Space Patrol to Private Cruiser NPC 307, Neptune Registry, acknowledged.
He's calling this ship?
This is Major Robertson, commanding Squadron 12. We have information that Prince Baccarati is aboard Private Cruiser NPC 307, now on Paravector from Planet X.
Oh, if I could only get to that spaceophone. Keep working, Hap.
Major Robertson to Baccarati. Acknowledge or we'll fire.
Any luck, Hap?
Oh, no.
We've got to get loose.
Hey, he's firing at us.
You place that missile across your nose to show we mean business, Baccarati. We know you're aboard because Commander Corey told us. You have 10 seconds to surrender or the next missile will hit you amidship.
I wish Major Robertson wouldn't be so conscientious. Just this once.
If he hits us, he may never know he got us instead of Baccarati. Keep straining on those straps, Happy.
Yes, sir.
5 seconds, Baccarati.
5 seconds. Commander, you did it.
No, if Baccarati didn't shut off his transmitter. Major Robertson, hold your fire.
You surrendering, Baccarati?
Robbie, this is Commander Corey. Baccarati's not aboard. He's on Planet X.
Man? Great balls of Mercurian. I was about... Attention, all units. Stand by for further orders.
Robbie, we've got to work fast. Order one of your ships to join airlocks with this robot.
Yes, sir.
After Happy and I are clear of this ship, destroy it. I want Baccarati to think his plan succeeded.
Right, sir.
When this ship is destroyed, return to your base. I'll take over the rest of your ship and proceed to the Neptune orbit. Hurry out. Meantime, back in the tower of his castle on Planet X, Prince Baccarati turns to the guard, Orcut, and smirks with satisfaction.
Did you see that, Orcut? Did you see what happened to those instruments?
I don't know much about this kind of thing, Your Highness. There's remote controls and viewscope screens.
The instruments fluttered and returned to zero. That means the robot ship is destroyed. And with it, Commander Corey.
And the Space Patrol got it.
Yes, just as I planned.
Now, let's see if I can...
This controls the other robot.
The one you're going to blow up the Neptune base with.
Exactly. Watch the tiny dot on the screen. That's the ship approaching Neptune. In a few minutes, the Neptune base will be sighted.
I picked up something in the viewscope screen, sir.
A supply ship?
I think so, sir. Yeah, that's what it is, all right.
Check its course.
Yes, sir.
Gotta be sure it's the right one.
It's heading straight for the Neptune base, sir.
From what direction?
He's tracing it back. It came from 34 degrees off Pluto, which would indicate it came from Planet X.
And all regular ships in order to avoid this sector. So that's the one we're after.
It's on a collision course, sir, and increasing acceleration.
Stand by to fire cosmic missiles.
Standing by, sir.
Put on automatic target selector.
It's closing in on zero, sir. Number 1 missile fired, sir. Now, if Baccarati doesn't have any trick device to throw off our guided missile...
We'll know in a couple of seconds.
Wow, we got it.
Think what would have happened if that robot had hit Neptune.
The base would have been wiped clear off the planet. As it is, I'll bet it'll rain fragments for a week.
Fortunately, none of them will be big enough to do any damage.
Boy, this is going to be a big disappointment to Prince Baccarati.
Yes. Just the way to get his mind off this setback.
How, sir?
We'll give him something new to worry about. right away.
A preview of next week's exciting Space Patrol adventure in just a moment. Hi, Space Patrollers, it's football time on the planet Terra. The Terra High Terrors versus the Jumpin' Jupiters. And today the Terrors are really running up the yardage. There they go, over the goal line again. Another touchdown for the Terrors. Yes, sir, they're supercharged all the way. They had their bite-sized checks today. Now, gang, how about you? If you want to be able to block and tackle and kick like a football hero, you have to get on the ball and stay on the ball every day. That means you need a power-packed, bite-sized Chex breakfast every morning. A big bowl full of rich, crisp, terrific-tasting Rice Chex or Wheat Chex. Those super cereals that help to supercharge you. Both have that modern bite-sized design for super easy eating, and both make swell between meal snacks because both taste just as good right out of the box. So, Space Patrollers, to run up lots of yardage on the gridiron, to be the big star of your team, start right in tomorrow. Just have yourself a power breakfast with Rice Chex or Wheat Chex. No other cereal, flaked or puffed, gives you so much nourishment in such concentrated bite-sized form. So, power up with those Space Patrol cereals, Rice Chex, Wheat Chex. And now, a preview of next week's exciting Space Patrol adventure. Buzz and Happy are at the Saturn City spaceport, following a man they believe to be a cousin of Prince Baccarati.
Vincent, all right, sir. In the back, he looks just like Baccarati.
Keep in the shadow of this freight-loading platform, Happy. Come on, let's close in. Just a minute, Benson.
Yes?
Step over here into the light.
Anything to oblige, Corey.
Commander, it's Prince Baccarati.
Get him, Happy.
All right, Malenko, use your ray gun.
Look out, Hap! Look out, Commander!
That does it, Malenko. Get them aboard the ship, and we'll give them a one-way trip to Planet X.
Be sure to join us next week for the thrilling story, The Spies from Planet X, when Wheat Chex, Rice Chex, and Good Hot Wilson again present Space Patrol! Space Patrol, created by Mike Moser, starring Ed Kemmer as Commander Corey, and Glenn Osborne as Cadet Happy, was written by Lou Houston, produced and directed by Larry Robertson, executive producer Mike Devery. Other players were Bela Kovach, Norman Jolly, Ken Mayer, and Stephen Robertson. Dick Tufeld speaking. Now, don't forget to tune in next Saturday and every Saturday when Wheat Chex, Rice Chex, and Good Hot Wilson again present Space Patrol! And be sure to see another exciting Space Patrol program on your local ABC television station. Consult your local paper for time and channel. This program is broadcast to our armed forces overseas through the worldwide facilities of the Armed Forces Radio Service. Space Patrol came to you transcribed from Hollywood. This is ABC Radio Network.